Hey everyone, we are back. Sorry about that. Welcome to today's stream of FF4. Now, we are done in the sealed cave. We lost Cain, because of course we did. Anyway, welcome Faye. I'm glad you had a good night. We are heading out over to the Dwarf Castle, I think. As far as Kingdom Hearts games go, I don't remember if Coded or 358/2 had any secret bosses. If it did, I didn't fight them. Here's the 352 over 358/2. I don't really want to fight them either. You've returned. Where's the crystal? The truth is, you did not succeed in retrieving it, so Gomez holds all the crystals. There's nothing we can do now. That is, unless the legend of the lunar whale is true. A lunar whale? A huge ship spoke of it in legend, one born of a dragon. The Mysidian legend. You know of Mysidia? It's the home of the mages in the overworld. Mysidia truly exists? I've met the elder Mysidia before. He prays tirelessly in a tower. He prays, you say? Yes. Why do you ask? Perhaps he prays for the lunar whale. You must hurry to Mysidia. But the way to the surface is sealed off. You can't get near the Tower of Babel either. Then dig your way out. Sid! I'll attach a drill to the Falcon's bow. Shouldn't you be in bed? Nah, no worries. Are you sure you're up for it? Easier than falling off a bike. Okay, let's get to work. I like how Rosa and Rydia aren't helping. Because this is man's work. Women can't build airships. They're just gonna jump at each other. Sid! Cheshire Cat! Sid, you really should have stayed in bed. I guess I need to step away from the action for a while. Other than messing with airships, I'm not much use anymore. My hat's off to you, old man. You're really something. Get well, okay? Look after Cecil and Rosa. Don't worry, just get some rest. Take care of yourselves, you hear? You too. Alright, get out of here. Thanks for everything. How you doing, Cheshire Cat? Look at that, guys. We got ourselves an upgraded airship. Not just so I don't ever have to do that cutscene again. A lot better than last night. I'm glad. We're going to do a side quest here that we kind of started earlier. It's missable, so we have to do it. I'm pretty sure we can do it now. Gotta go over here and talk to Yang's wife. Come again? My husband's in the underworld. Why doesn't he come home? I'm not crying. I just have something in my eye. Here, take this. Give that no good a smack on the noggin for me. You got a frying pan. She's not crying. She just has a frying pan in her eye. Alright. So, if you guys remember, down in, I probably should have just gone the other way, but whatever. Back later, back food? Alright, Vector. Enjoy your lunch. Before we go back to get Yang, we're gonna head over here. Grab this airship, so we can pick this guy up. And we're gonna drop this guy over here. There's a cave that we can go to. No, I don't want to do that. What are you doing? Moved up here for a reason. What the fuck? Thanks, Jeremy. Dad found an unusual ore here, but he'd rather find a rare animal tail. He collects them. It's that rat tail we picked up. Beat it. I'll talk to you only when you bring me a tail. This is the rat tail I've been looking for. Alright, here's some more in return. Wonder what's in the cave. Got adamantite. Good, now we can inspire that blacksmith to actually do his job now. Fuck. In due time. In due time. Take this back here and go over here. Remember this dude who yelled at us for existing? Wait, it's the bull. Hang on. Come on. I'll check it when I get back to the upper world. The smithing days are over. I won't push another sword until I find my zero adamantite. Adamantite! Give me that old sword. I'll give it new life. Hand over the Sword of Legend. Wow. When can I get the sword, though, do I? Hey, give me some time, don't rush me. Alright, so I think we gotta come back later. So let's go to the Sylvan Cave. That's right, we gotta deal with Malboros some more. Unfortunately, we can't just, like, skip around to the upper corner of the map here. We actually have to fly up here, because it's just a giant cave. Oh, no, we also don't have... Yeah, I'm only 2 steps in the dungeon, guys. You don't have the sword, he smokes the adamantite. Fortunately, there's no way you can get here without having the sword. Because it's the sword that you're given to turn into a paladin. So he never has to smoke it. Thoughts on setting it to ×4? Go for it. Money can be a bit annoying in the first game. Just, you know, don't neglect leveling at least a little bit, because some of the stuff can get a little annoying. But yeah, let's not fight that. That's less than ideal. Look, we get to cast float again. Absolutely. I mean, it's been balanced since the original game, but it's still... Wait, no. It's some of the stuff's still a little expensive, especially when you get there, so... I have no problems with, no qualms with turning on money. Nope, not dealing with that either. Yeah, spells get really expensive really fast. Probably could have beaten the game much faster if I hadn't spent as much time in the Elflands raising money that day. Hey, stop! Is it time for training? Allow me to sleep a little more. Cecil? Yang! I'm so glad you're awake! The sylphs saved my life. Well, you saved us by destroying the cannons. I shall join you once again. You must rest. I cannot rest while my friends risk their lives. Just take it easy. You are... I'm Edge of Eblin. Don't worry, I can fill in for you. Eblin, so you are a ninja, but I must... No, we'll fight in your place instead. She's a summoner, correct? Then she may call upon us at any time. Thank you! Look at that. We did it. We did it. Learn Sylph. I am most grateful. Alright, we gotta go back to, Babool real quick. Wait, did I get everything in the, Sylvan Gate? We're still missing something at the Sylvan Cottage, though. What the fuck? What did I miss? Alright. I'll go back through there later. We're still missing 2 things in the Land of the Summons as well. Alright. Right now I'm playing Jedi's Survivor. Star Wars Jedi Survivor. I finished Pokemon Snap. I liked it, but, you know, having to rerun the same levels over and over again is not exactly my favorite thing in the world. But it was fun. It's basically what Pokemon Snap was, which is good. But yeah, I'm playing Jedi Survivor right now, and I'm really liking it. The new one. I think my mom or someone bought it for me when it came out. So. Thanks for everything. Here, this might come in handy. Received knife. Tell him not to worry about me. He should concentrate and get better so he can help y'all. Alright, so we got 3 out of 3. Can I see the underworld from here? Can I swap maps? I don't think I can, eh? Yeah, it's the new one. I got the knife. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. We can go check and see if we can get our sword now anyway, so hang on. I don't think we can, but... Right. Almost did it again. I like the airship theme in this game. Alright, so it's still 0 out of 1. I'll have to come back there and figure out exactly what the hell I'm missing, because there was nothing interactable there. Yeah, sure. Could have been since I played. I know I can go back and get it eventually. Ah, that's what I figured. Good night. All set. Alright, let's see if we are strong enough to take on Odin. The sword is forged quicker if I kick Piamet out? Really? Alright, guys, well. Bad news for her, I guess. I don't know why I keep thinking the path to Odin is in there, but it's not. So you have returned. Dude, I refuse to believe that Kainyazo was able to kill this guy. Your Majesty, I do not need your pity. Although I have been slain, I have been given eternal power. The summoner that follows you will be able to call upon me whenever my help is required. Call on my sword and it will be yours. However, you must earn my respect by proving your strength and courage. Let us begin the battle. Alright, well. He probably didn't do it alone. He had a zombie bag and... I think so too. You have grown strong. Now you must use that strength to protect Baron and the world. I shall fight along with you as Odin. Thank you, Your Majesty. But, I mean, he died too fast there, but how do you think Bagan and Kainyazo handled the 4-spear mechanic? Oh my god, you tried another game on OBS, recording is fine, but you went back to Persona 5 and recorded, and it sounded hollow. Now, when you recorded another game on PS5, was it, or on it, was it also a console game? Because I assume you're playing Persona 5 on console, because I don't think it's out for PC, is it? Did I miss that? Hmm. I don't remember Persona 5 being on PC. Are you emulating it? When did Persona 5 come out on PC? The fuck is Age of Wonders? Huh. So it is. I remember there being like a huge thing with them being upset that they weren't releasing it anywhere other than PlayStation, and then... Alright. On PS3 emulators? I remember that being a thing. Huh. I never bothered even to look if it was on Steam. Thanks, Jeremy. The P3 and P4 4 version are virtually indistinguishable. Yeah, I have the PS4 version. I don't have Royale, but... We know you would return. Please, join us at the Tower of Worship. 1. Born of a dragon. 2. 1. Bearing darkness and light. Will rise to the heavens. Over the still land. The moon's light eternal. Brings a promise to earth. With bounty and grace. I believe the PS3 emulation was superior to PS4 version. For a bit with the 120 FPS mods. Until Royale. Everyone, let us pray. Now is the time to make the legend come true. He should have been like, 1 brings shadow, 1 brings the light, 2 toned echoes tumbling through time. 3 score take you, 4 cast aside. Or I think it's 10 cast aside. What if you could summon Golbez and he'd always turn around and stab your summoner for 3,000 damage? I mean, that could be effective if there was a something cool they could do if they were low health, like in Dark Souls. Our prayers, they have been answered. I like how they're like, our prayers have been answered, but really it's probably just a reaction that's going to happen naturally because Golbez put the crystals in. Like die. FF4. No, they don't like to die. They like to sacrifice themselves and then somehow live inexplicably. Like, fucking Sid, there's no way that guy should be alive. There's no doubt. That is the great and glorious vessel itself. The Lunar Whale! I can't say that I have, so maybe it's not as destructive as I would think. That's what I was saying, like... The guy fell a distance. A strange voice addressed me during my prayers. It told me that you are to fly to the moon and that someone awaits you there. But how can we possibly get there? On the Lunar Whale. According to our ancient Mysidian documents, there is a crystal inside the ship that allows navigation between here and the moon. You must communicate with it. I'll see what I can do. Yeah, so... That's what I was saying. Alright. Sid jumps from a height that would kill a normal man normally. But then he sets off an explosive that literally sets off this huge plume of flame, collapsing an entire mountain within this hole, sealing it off. And yet somehow he lives. So my theory is that this Sid is actually omniversal, and that when the Sid dies in number 2, he doesn't die, he just leaves and goes to a different Final Fantasy. They're all the same character. Maybe the explosive worked like Junkrat's mines and reset the fall. Maybe. Maybe. I like that theory too. Hey, the Lunar Whale. You know something that's really irritating? in Final Fantasy IV, the after years 38, you can't use that bed right there. Yeah. You can't use this fucking weird, like, bed to sleep. You have to go all the way past the fat chocobo here into another area of the ship and up and around past the save point. All to just be able to save or heal. It's much faster to just spend some gil and buy a tent and use it outside. Alright guys, you ready to go to the moon? Who was that music group that had that song that was like to the moon and back? It's a Savage Garden. Get to the moon and promptly stop. I mean, I feel like that's what should happen. Can I go to the lair of the father now? Chat between the moon and New York City? Exactly. Alright. We've been to the moon. Don't worry, the moon is secretly an ARC spaceship to protect all life in case a rogue AI gets depressed because life sucks everywhere. It happens, alright? I watched a video that was like the evolution of all the final bosses of Final Fantasy games over the course of Final Fantasy. And it was an interesting watch, but at the start of the video they're like, some games have like multiple expansions and we're not going to be going over those, just the base game. And in FF11, that's all they did. They just talked about the Shadow Lord and that was it. But FF14, they get to the base game, which is 1.0, they talk about it. It was interesting. But then they got to 2.0 and they talked about it. And then 2.55, they talked about it. And then Heavensward, then Heavensward 5.3. And for some reason, they consider Stormblood's final chapter where you fight Tsukiyumi. And I was like, what? No. I mean, that might be the last trial you have to do as part of the story, but that's definitely not the final chapter for Stormblood. It's ready. The Holy Sword Excalibur. Use it well. Well, I'm going to use it. I can't promise it'll be well. I got the Sword of Myth achievement. What was the equivalent of Shinryu? Give me that. Alright, I get less defense, but I gain 160 attack, like 6 attack power, so. No, like, the end of Stormblood was not after you beat Tsukuyomi. The end of Stormblood was the last patch before Shadowbringers, where he and them are all fighting with, on the, that dungeon there, the fuck was it called? The Gimlet Dark. Also, funnily enough, when I'm talking about Thoradin, he was like, this fight was unique because if you defeated the bosses in a particular order, or you had to defeat the bosses in a very particular order, or else the boss would enrage and kill you. And it was like, no. That was the end of the base story, but because Endwalker ends with the final boss there, that was the definitive end of that story. Stormblood's story didn't actually end until the final patch. Heavensward's final story was when you defeat Nidhogg. Shit, I don't want him to cast it on more than just you. Alright, whatever. Oh, damn. Alright. I'm wondering... You know what, guys? I'm actually not going to go to this place just yet. We're going to go get another useless character real quick. Find out the jailer has been pulling all the strings. Hey. FF's generally been pretty good about its story. Generally. There's 3 treasure chests here. Ow! Okay, well that's less than ideal. Getting a useless character first, unsubbed. Oh right, I gotta change his weapon. We still got the bad weapon on him. Alright, so. We took down the Abyss Swarm and a Ukra fight and a Procyard. Alright, now's a good time for a break though before we continue, so don't go anywhere.